Hey everybody, it's Heather Nichols here. So let's have a chat about what's going on in the world right now. It's been a very interesting time, as we all know. The past year and a half has been a time like no other time on the planet. And, rapid change and dynamic change and change every day. And it's seemed like there's a lot of limitation going on. And yet, when you start to see possibilities in all of it, it changes everything. But what I've seen more than anything about this time is there's an opening right now for us to create a completely different reality. And that's exactly what's going on. We may think that we're being limited. We may think that things are going to hell. But it actually, from what I have seen, there's a massive opening right now to create something completely different and completely new that has never existed before. And that is something that a lot of us have been asking for a long time and working toward for a long time. If you're a seeker and you know that there is something different available, you know that there's something greater possible, probably this reality and the world, the way that it has been, hasn't worked for you. And so this is really our time. It's our time. Look at the bunny. The bunny says, yes, please. It's time to have communion with the earth and with the animals and with our bodies and each other. It's time to have a completely different possibility on the planet that goes beyond government and censorship and big pharma and big tech and big media and all of that stuff. And, to some extent, that is only real and true to every extent, I will say. All of that stuff is only real and true to the extent that you make it real and true. And when you don't, and you actually create a completely different reality, then all of these things that are going on in the world that seem like massive problems and limitation, they actually cease to exist. What you give your attention to is what grows and expands, and that is true like never before, and it also is necessary for us to choose that like never before. Time to create something different rather than try to change what we have decided is not working. What isn't working, we can ignore it, we can let it die on the vine while we are busy creating something different. And I would like to invite you to a free call that I am doing called Being a Leader in a Changing World. This call is really an exploration of what is it to show up as you, your voice, the possibilities that even if you think you don't have a voice, even if you think you could never be a leader, even if you think you can't be a leader. Let's blow out of the water everything that we think being a leader is, so that we can actually have a different possibility, and you can actually step into just being you and living a life that is true for you, and we can all begin to create a world that is actually the world that we desire to live in, no longer at the effect of anybody or anything, but really truly creating, each one of us and together, what it is that we know is possible and available. And this doesn't just apply to the world at large, the world in general, it also applies to every area of our lives. Choosing to know what we know in so many different areas of our lives and be ourselves with business, with parenting, with family, all these areas of life. That's where the gold is. So let's harvest the gold. I invite you to join me. It's coming up on June 26th. The link is heathernichols.com/leader. And please share. It's a free Zoom call. I'm asking for thousands of people to be joining us. So please share it with everybody that you know that might be interested in a different possibility. And I hope to see you there.